Michael Watts, and when I'm not in the switch house, I'm hanging out with my dog, DJ last name Song.
What up, everyone? It's the Nation Up Podcation Daily Podcast. I'm O'Shea. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Former Rockefeller Records CEO Dame Dash tells a story about when him and Jay-Z tried to step to Suge Knight and Tupac at the 1996 MTV Awards. Now, yes, that was the one where Pac and Snoop was up there. They had the big chains on, the suits and stuff, you know, looking like they was from the Gangsta Party video, you know. So, hey, crazy stuff to find out all these years later that there was a whole issue between those two going on back then. We know Tupac didn't like Jay-Z, but to think that Jay-Z and Dame Dash tried to step to Pac and Suge at the MTV Awards, I don't know if that was a wise idea from them, especially the power that Suge Knight had back in the 90s. That would have been a big mistake. Anyway, let's take a look at this clip from Dame Dash as he gives his thoughts, reactions, tells this story about him trying to step up to Suge Knight and Tupac, and there was razor blades involved and all this kind of crazy stuff. Let's tune in.
We tried to step to Tupac at the MTV Music Awards where he had the walkie-talkies and the big jury. Me and Jay went, and we could only get tickets for ourselves. And I remember Jay gave me a razor blade. We couldn't cut. I didn't know how. He was like, "Yo, when we get into it, no matter how big they are, just cut them in the face. They'll stop."
That's wild. So you heard that right. No matter how big they are, you cut them in the face. They talking about Suge Knight. You know, Suge Knight was one of those big guys, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 300, 350 pounds. You know, he's a former defensive lineman, so he's a big boy. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, no matter how big they are, if you give them one of them $150s, they gonna back up. Let's tune back in.
Like, okay, that'll work. And we go to his seat in between commercials, but he was running around fronting on everybody. Like, I remember Busta running up to me and saying that he had just pulled the gun on Nas, or a bunch of
all that going on at the MTV Music Awards. You talking about Busta Rhymes allegedly pulling a blicky on Nas? That's wild stuff. Let's tune back in.
We ended up running into Suge. We had a quick conversation, and Eric B and Ed Lover were there. They just sort of like, because Jay was just like, "Yo, do you know me?" Or like, "My name is Jay-Z," and Suge was like, "I don't know you." And then, they kind of broke it up. It wasn't like a big deal or nothing.
All right, there you have it. So, Dame Dash dropping some of these gems all of a sudden. Hey, I like Dame Dash, man. I like that he's trying to recoup, trying to recover, trying to bring his name back up. I like that he's telling a lot of these stories because he is a character for this internet, and he knows a lot of the history from Rockefeller, the late, 90s, early 2000s. He was at the height of this game. He was up there. He was one of those, super hip-hop moguls with your Jay Princes of the world, your Suge Knights, your Birdmans, your Diddy's. He was up there, Russell Simmons, he was up there in that room. So, hey, shout out to Dame Dash. I know he's went on bad financial times, but seems like he's trying to bounce back and he's getting a bag elsewhere doing these internet interviews. Nation, what do you think about Dame Dash's comments? What do you think would have happened if Tupac had ran into Jay-Z for real at the MTV Music Awards? Do you think it would have been Death Row versus Rockefeller back then? Nation, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you all hit that like and subscribe button on your way out.
Limit ball until I fall. Destined to be the greatest, yeah, the writing's on the wall.